Alright, y'all. So let's pick up where we left off at before my phone decided it was gonna run out of fucking space. But you know what? They gave me a chance to pull Nisha's cards from a different deck, but they pretty much read the same thing. Gave the same flavor, gave the same energy. However, these are still JAZ'S cards. And when I left off, I was telling y'all how she's eating up the attention that she's receiving. Although on the opposite side of the coin, her self-esteem is low, her self-worth is low. Like, everything is low. She's good at giving a show, putting on a show, if you will. But I don't even remember if I said this part. I got off into this part about her and Jazz not really truly being friends, and the situation just simply being a benefit not only to Jazz but to Nisha as well. Jazz answers the call of Nisha's need for having people around her. Again, remember, she grew up in a cult, and Jazz benefits from this because she can walk all over Nisha, and Nisha won't say one goddamn word. And that's where we at right now. We're gonna go off into the other cards. We're gonna make sure we got enough space before we get to going and the shit cut out again. But anyway, they got the Lover's card in reverse. Or excuse me, Jazz has the Lover's card in reverse. Although, yeah, she's cool with Nisha. She'll call her friend to get exactly what it is that she wants out of her. Remember, these are Nisha's cards. I'm sorry, these are JAZ'S cards. I keep on confusing them. We're talking about Jazz with the black cards. We'll talk about Nisha with the other ones. But yeah, she fuck with, Nisha. Jazz fucks with Nisha, but she don't really fuck with her like that, okay? If the benefits attached to this friendship, roommateship, whatever you want to call it, if those benefits evaporate, disappear, or stop coming so plentiful, Jazz would no longer be really cool or outwardly cool with Nisha. She would completely turn her back on her easily, because again, she fuck with her, but she don't fuck with her for real, which is why she doesn't contribute to the household as much as she knows that she could. I think I've watched 2 episodes, and I think Nisha pays the majority of the fucking bill, so Jazz is spending her money on whatever the fuck she wants, simply because she knows that she's the stronger one in the situation, and she knows that she can really manipulate Nisha's need for people being around, okay? She also knows that she can manipulate that situation of Nisha wanting to be around her daughter. Nisha really does like Jazz's daughter. Probably feels like she's her older sister or some shit like that, or her auntie or whatever. But Jazz is really aware that she can take advantage of this situation, okay? That doesn't mean that Jazz won't walk away from Nisha. This is the thing, like, it kind of almost benefits Jazz more to be living with Nisha and to be calling her roommate / friend, because she knows that she can manipulate Nisha into doing anything for her. And I mean, we can be honest about the shit. I haven't watched the episode, but somebody was telling me about the episode where they go furniture shopping and Jazz refuses to walk around the goddamn store and makes Nisha walk around the store with her daughter. Like, these are the situations I'm saying that Jazz knows that she can manipulate the situation. She knows she's stronger excuse me, in this situation, in the manipulation. She knows that she's using what Nisha has told her about her past to capitalize on being able to sit on her ass at every moment and do whatever she wants to do with her money, or give energy to what she wants to give energy to. But because if it was something that Jazz truly wanted to do, such as going out to eat, because y'all see she unassed that fucking bed to get up and go to that sushi restaurant when Nisha was paying, okay? She'll get up when it benefits her, like when she going to go get some shit to eat. But when it's something such as spending time with her daughter or just being upwardly mobile, she don't want to do that. She knows that she can manipulate Nisha on this, okay? She's very self-absorbed with the Hermit card coming in reverse on her. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. She knows that she can manipulate that social that paranoia or that little bit of social misfit that lies underneath that joviality that Nisha exhibits. She knows that she can manipulate that, and she can pretend that she's an introvert, and she'll go into these extreme withdrawal fits because she knows that if I do this, Nisha will cook, Nisha will clean, Nisha will make sure my daughter go to school when it's the season for school. Like, she knows that she can do that, okay? She knows that let me explain both sides of it, okay? This is her manipulation of the friendship / roommateship of her and Nisha, okay? That's why it's it gives Aquarius energy with the star card, with the turbulence, okay? She knows that she's doing too much, y'all, okay? She knows that she needs to get her ass up and do some things, but because she knows she can get away with it because Nisha lacks faith within herself, you know, she feels hopeless without anybody being around her. She knows that she can manipulate all of this. And this is kind of like a mirror to JAZ'S self-esteem, for real. She lacks faith in herself. She feels hopeless and always discouraged. You know, she can't never do nothing because she feel like people going to be staring at her or making fun of her. It's always about her, okay? She's also not a real honest person, okay? Especially when it comes to the situation between the power dynamic in the household with her and Nisha. She is overly critical of Nisha, especially when she's around that friend that shows up, the friend that lost 200 pounds, the friend that thinks that she's skinny, but if she want to be skinny, she needs to keep going, you know, and I mean, fine, you know, she got a little bit of body dysmorphia going on, but that friend also is toxic, just like JAZ'S, okay? Because in the same vein that JAZ'S views Nisha when she's around this friend being fake, being overly critical of Nisha, pointing out Nisha's pessimism and thinking that she's not being empathetic when it comes to, oh, I'm on a diet, you should be too, which is true. Two things can be true at once, okay? But it's not Nisha's place to lambast. It's not JAZ'S place to lambast Nisha, especially in front of this fucking friend, okay? And it gives deceitful energy, and she's being manipulative and gaslighting Nisha in front of this friend, okay? She knows she can do that. In this relationship, like I said, they're not really truly friends. There's disharmony present, okay? There's a lot of imbalance. Nisha does the leg of everything, like she does the lion's share of all of the work, while JAZ'S sits on her ass, being the bitter queen that she is. And I know y'all love JAZ'S, but baby, she is not, okay? She is greedy, makes bad judgment. She's very materialistic. You remember when Nisha made the trip to the beach for them, the first fucking thing out of JAZ'S mouth is, oh, I have more swimsuits or whatever she said, bathing suits, two pieces, whatever, than the average woman my size. Like, for her to feel or to give off this energy of, oh, people are going to be looking at me, whatever, making fun of me. She sure had no issue throwing on something that not only was she comfortable in, her two-piece, and shout out to the girls that are comfortable in their two-piece, but she made sure she made the situation about her, so she sat in the goddamn car. I guess Nisha had not given her enough praise on being a big girl and putting a swimsuit on, so she decided to throw a hissy fit, and she knew it would work. That's where that corruption comes from and that extortion, okay? Because She extorted Nisha. She needed some food. Nisha knew to go get her some goddamn food to get her out the goddamn car. She knew that she could do that, okay? She ain't learning nothing, y'all. Like, she know, yes, she's gonna lose weight, but she's not learning anything. All that is happening is her ego is being fed, okay? And she may not even stick to this diet for a long time because the Three of Coins indicates a lack of commitment. But in the space of her and Nisha's friendship, there's lack of teamwork, apathy, lack of ethic, poor work ethic. Like I said, Jazz does not do anything. She complains a lot, but she doesn't do anything, honey. And she spends her money on what the fuck she wants to spend her fucking money on, okay? And let's talk about how she didn't stand up for her friend when she went to go over to dinner with her for family dinners. I hate when friends blindside me with stupid shit like this. If you know that I am not a Christian, I don't get down with Western religion or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I do my thing. I'm off into spirituality. I practice voodoo. I'm openly a witch. Why would you take me to your fucking Christian? And this is not Nisha, but this is me giving the energy, okay? Nisha grew up in a cult and she didn't want to be involved with anything that has anything to do with the church. But Jazz walked her right over there into that, okay? Walked her right on over there into that. And Jazz's mama forced her to pray. She when Nisha was like telling her why she didn't want to pray, or in a roundabout way because she held her tongue. She didn't really stand up for herself in that moment either. But if this were my friend, I would tell my family, you ain't gonna carry my friend like that. Look, she don't want to pray, okay? I'll pray. If you need a prayer, say it. But she allowed her mama to put her in that position of, okay, you gonna pray. You gonna carry this sword anyway because Jesus wept. Whatever the fuck. You know how Christians do. You know what Christians give. This is what Jazz's family was given. Overly critical, judgmental, just gonna lash the girl, just gonna lambast the girl, excuse me. She went into that situation too with her own family, okay? Being weak, allowing them to be overbearing and almost forcing her to not think it was a good idea for her to even be taking Ozempic. But I promise you it is, honey, okay? I promise you it is, but that was just them flipping back on her the energy that they've been giving, okay? And that's just Jazz giving that energy over here to not only Nisha, but to her daughter. And I'm not just shitting on the girl, but a Queen of Pentacles reversed and a Sun card reversed indicates a bad mother. Not saying that she doesn't care about her daughter or love her daughter, but Jazz is very self-absorbed, honey. She is good at being dominant over those who are powerless, okay? And not that she's mean to her daughter, but she knows that she can get away with telling her daughter to go do stuff for her or making her do shit that she should really be up doing, like going to get her own glass of water or something. She knows that she can do that to her own daughter while Nisha isn't in the house. But let's get beyond her negative cards, and let's talk about the things that are going to come, because her and Nisha are not really truly friends. This again is good for TV, this is good for ratings, this is good for a check, but eventually their disharmony is going to start showing, okay? There's going to be some type of adversity, some type of catastrophic situation, possibly the destruction and downfall of their family or their little roommate situation, if you will. There's going to be some type of chaotic situation, but each of them fear change. Specifically, according to Jazz, she's going to accept this change because she know that she's starting to outgrow this situation. She has really used Nisha for all that she can really use her for. Now she's wanting to move on, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, like I said, each of them has success in their path, and unfortunately, she's used Nisha to get on TV. get her life out there, and this is going to open a road up for Jazz. And I don't mean unfortunately like damn, but you know what y'all do. Y'all like to catapult people with fucked up energy up into the spotlight, and this is exactly what y'all gonna do. She gonna walk into some type of contract, some type of stability financially is going to hit Jazz, okay? Because y'all like her so much, y'all will probably help her get some type of modeling contract, something along that line, some type of print model thing. Something is going to blow up huge for Jazz, and that's a good thing because she don't need to be homeless. I mean, nobody wants to be homeless at all, but because she is going to be ambitious, knowing that y'all like her so well, she knows that she's not going to be in a position of being homeless, at least not now. This check is going to pay off. Y'all liking her is going to pay off. And it's not a bad thing because this is going to help her with some self-improvement, okay, in the financial area and in her health. Because y'all do like her so goddamn much, this is going to make her fall into herself and at least start caring a little bit more about herself. And she is going to lose weight, y'all, okay? Her finances are going to improve. I mean, if she was bad with money in the past, this is going to get better, okay? She's going to go from being like the fat outcast to being the accepted big girl, okay? Because she's going to lose some weight, okay? And again, her 9 of Coins moment is about to happen, and so is her Chariot card moment. Maybe this is the double-edged sword. Maybe her being on TV and showing that she is a dick is going to make her look within and see that she can't be this selfish, immature person that she's been. Maybe she'll begin to speak about how when she started losing weight and started glowing up, she began to change her behaviors. Maybe, I don't know, okay? A lot of emotional immaturity is still going to be present in Jazz, though. She's going to speak a good game and talk a good game, but she ain't gonna mean a damn thing, none of it, because somehow she's still gonna be unhappy within her new surroundings, okay? But y'all are gonna be able to afford her a new lifestyle, honey, and she gonna remain the same childish, mean fat girl that she is now, okay? She's not gonna learn a lesson, but at least her paper gonna change, at least her situation's gonna improve, at least she will learn to stand and be on her own. Okay, now let's talk about Nisha.